We're new in vintage. We primarily started off vintage, and then we got into new clothing as well. We try to stay pretty local designers, our new stuff. That's cool. And we do rework vintage, so we take vintage items and then redesign them into new. I was a vintage wholesaler years and years, and basically buying, like, we'll buy from just, you know, different sources. We have textile houses we buy from, and processing plants, to like thrift store shopping, to estate sales, all those kind of factors into play. And then, you know, we just basically hand select each piece that goes in here. So each piece I go through, go through warehouse, just huge amounts of stuff. Like, the amount of stuff we have to look at to get what's in here is quite astronomical. The amount of stuff I actually that goes through in front of our face to see what, you know, what's selected. So
is that like a team of people, or
we've got a couple of us who do it for this store, like just do it for us.
I see.
You know, I do, and we still do wholesaling. So I even select stuff for like a bit of a wholesale market. So I do help other, you know, like Little Miss Vintage down the street, you know, to people in Japan, to people in Australia. Different, you know, there's different wholesale outlets I go with used clothes, and we buy and sell, and yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know, it was one of those things that we opened up, and then right away this place came open. It was like even within a year, this location came up. And my business partner and I, Carly, we thought, you know, like, let's try it. And then, you know, we had a ton of people saying, "Oh, you're crazy, don't do it. Oh no, you're, you know, business." And we just thought, you know what, we're going to do it, and it's worked out really well for us. So yeah.
So
we just kind of put everything we had into it and kept going. It's great.
That's awesome.
The store in Kits is a little more boutique-y. It's a little more, you know, but not really. We carry pretty much the same sort of things across the board as what we carry here, and it's kind of funny because when we open in Kits, we, you know, because we carry the selection of new and vintage, we were thinking that in Kits it was going to be a lot of new stuff was going to go just because of the area. But it's surprising how much vintage is actually. It's mainly all vintage that we sell over there. Like,
really?
Which is kind of funny, but we've soon learned, and, you know, we've just built on that. Like, the fact that people were in that neighborhood were looking for it, and they didn't have it.
That's weird, because it's kind of the
richer little, right? But it's more, you know, and it's, again, that richer community or whatever it is. That community is going, hey, we don't have a vintage clothing store in our neighborhood, and it's like, this is great. We wanted the, you know, where people are tapping into that, like, reusable, recycle, that kind of thing. So yeah, and it's working for them, it's working for us. That kind of. We have definitely talked about opening more. You know, maybe another one, but, you know, like, not a lot. Like, we like to keep what we have, like, and just make it work, and it's working well. Like, I don't want to not, you know, we'd probably open one more store, you know, where, I'm not sure.
We had the one in Cordova, right? We
did have the one in Cordova. Now, the reason we closed that one is the lease was up, and, you know, it was kind of the timing for it. You know, it was a really big store. You know, Gastown was just, it wasn't doing it great for us. So we thought, okay, well, this store is going really well. We figured that, you know, if we open on 4th, it would be we just simply moved. Which was great because it kept us, you know, our 2 locations, and we didn't have a big surplus of, like, fixturing and all that kind of stuff. It was just we were able to move over. So it worked great for us. But yeah, to open another store would be great. Like, we love doing it. I love doing this. You know, I've been doing vintage clothes for, you know, 20 years personally, and it's, you know, like, I've only been in retail now for this short time. Like, I've been wholesaling, and now that I'm in retailing, I'm loving it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's totally taken on a new life of its own almost.
That's awesome.